Peace, love, and blessings, y'all, and welcome to this week's episode of THC Truth Talk with me, Jordan Harter. Alright, last week we talked about Canada and their new groundbreaking law to legalize recreational marijuana. We're going to stay across the pond this week, except we're going to focus on the packaging, right? So, and the marketing, so to speak, of the marijuana, cannabis, pot, whatever you want to fucking call it. If you've ever been to a store in the States and legally purchased cannabis, you'll see that it comes in specific packaging. It's all marketed up, man. This one's, man, I hope I'm I hope I'm saying this right. It's IGADILTD.com. Agadi. I'm sorry I probably butchered that, but shouts to them. This is in Tabernash, Colorado. But my point is, man, like, you see this, and it's very specific. They got their social medias on there. Store. This was what was actually in it. They got like their own custom top and shit. So like, it's clear I got this from that store, right? And then each store has their own specific individual packaging, production, so it's marketing, whatever you want to call it, right? It's only been a week or so, I know. So the laws definitely could change. But as of now, that's not the case in Canada. All of the production or packaging, I should say, of the cannabis, it's all the same. So every store is the same. So I could go to this Agadi store or whatever, cop what I got, and then I could go to the next 10 stores, and they would all have different things, right? But in Canada, you could go to store 1, get the packaging, and then the next 9 stores, they'll all be the identical thing. It's the identical packaging. So I mean, there's pros and cons to that. The main reason they're doing it is to ensure that people aren't just marketing to kids and shit, even though you have to be 21 to get it, but nonetheless, and it's weird because they're only legalized dried flowers right now, so like edibles and stuff aren't legal, but even that law would prevent them from being able to go out and creatively market and package and produce these edibles, because I think what the articles say, packaging is uniform, generic, and informational. So basically it's like, imagine instead of getting this and it's all decked out with their shit, it's just a black tube, no name. It just has the warnings and everything about the cannabis. It has what's in the cannabis, the strain, the THC content, the CBD content. That's it. No store, nothing, no extracurriculars, and it's just basic, just black, right? That's essentially what it's like over there. So there's no real marketing or anything behind it. But in order to get a majority vote, that says in the article here, lawmakers had to agree to treat cannabis as clinically as possible. So, I mean, that's not a bad trade-off for getting fucking legalized recreational pot. But one of the cons, that it did mention is like new customers. If you don't really know what you're doing, it's not going to be all decked out and packaged with all the information that it possibly could about the shit, like it mentioned there's a vape company in California, I believe. I was gonna say Colorado, but I think it's California. They don't advertise like their vape pens as like strains. It's just like calm, sleep, I forget what the other two were, but they were like states of mind that they were marketed as, you know what I'm saying? And in Canada, the current law, you wouldn't be able to do that. So there are some cons, and even though, you will have bud tenders that can tell you, but everybody's different, man. Everybody's different. And you really don't know how you'll react to certain things, especially if you're somebody new and you're not really that informed on certain strains or certain products. Just getting something that says, you know, this is green crack, THC percent X amount, CBD Y amount, and by the way, marijuana could be addictive. That's it. That's basically what's on it. So, you know what I mean? It's like I said, it's two sides of the coin there. But it's still early, and it's not to say that it would always be like that, but it definitely affects, you know, customers and the knowledge of people and what they're able to ingest, food for thought wise. And like I said too, about the blockage of, you know, edibles or just entrepreneurs in general trying to get creative, you know, like if you had a creative way to sell your specific weed and only your weed, you know, like think of cookies, right? That C with like the chip bitten out of it is like iconic now, right? So I don't know, it's just you wouldn't really be able to do that because it's branding that specific strain, you know what I mean? So there's pros and cons to it, man, but either way I think it's just pretty fucking dope that it's legal nationwide, second country ever, man. Shouts to Canada, they getting right. Hopefully we get right soon. Regardless, we all getting our minds right with the knowledge, you feel me? I appreciate y'all tuning in, lending an ear, listening. We're gonna keep on riding, keep on rolling, is what I should say. All right, man, appreciate the listen. I'll catch y'all next week. Much love.